Braxton, do the honors.
This button?
The white one.
Is this a special song?
The white one. Just push the white one.
I want Mountain Dew!
Oh! I'm Ryan.
I'm Brett.
I am in eternal suffering.
I'm Braxton.
And welcome to The Question at Hand, the least specific podcast.
Yeah, I'm talking about Mountain Dews, baby.
Yes! Yes! Oh, victory.
Did you like it? I made that
Yes.
20 minutes ago.
Yes,
no
that's
joke.
that's all we needed. That's all we needed.
And y'all yelled, but it does like fade out. It's like baby, baby, baby.
Oh, we gotta listen to it one more time.
baby.
Mountain Dew!
Explain what we're doing during this.
It's just I can't, man. I have to wait a second. It's almost over.
Yeah, I'm talking about Mountain Dews, baby.
Yes.
Why is that so funny?
It's great, man. What's up, guys? Welcome back to The Question at Hand. Hope everybody's doing absolutely phenomenal. And welcome to the 4-year Question at Hand Spectacular. This is going to take place over 4 episodes and then like kind of a bring it all together and discuss our results episode. And we'll
And
probably
how we don't like Mountain
we
Dew
will
now
probably like
when we're
mix as many of them together as we
Yep.
can in that
Ugh.
episode and just go full sin.
a sewer slide.
Full Cindy's.
as some say.
So tonight is the first episode of our 4-year anniversary podcast series, which is going to be where we try and rank based on a formula that we have created that I will discuss in just a minute.
Rank
Every-
the drinks.
We're going to try to rank and taste every Mountain Dew that I could possibly get my hands on. And I think grand total as of right now is 42.
Good
So
Lord. Jeez.
I'm very excited. This has taken literally like months for me to all get together. I've had many encounters on the Dew Drinker Discord at this point to get some of these flavors, as well as our friend Jacob has brought me some bottles of Southern Shock Mountain Dew from Bojangles all the way from Alabama. So
This is complex.
I know, man. It's a big deal. I'm very excited.
We should call it the drinking system.
Okay, that's
The
actually pretty good.
ranking system. I like that. But I feel like for Mountain Dew, like it has to be the Dew ranking system because
Dude drinking?
Dew ranking, the Dew ranking system. I don't know.
Do you be drinking?
I don't know. But so day one,
Purple
which is
drink?
today, is our core Mountain Dew episode. So we are trying and ranking original, Code Red, Livewire, Voltage, Major Melon, Spark, Throwback, Typhoon, Whiteout, and Flamin' Hot. So we got 10 total for today,
Okay.
and it should be a lot of fun. I've put in like a little bit of facts
Crack
about
cocaine
each
and-
flavor
Okay.
in each of them. But essentially what we have done is we are going to try to find collectively the ultimate Mountain Dew flavor because many believe it is Baja Blast or depending on what you look at online. But we are going to have the official Question at Hand Mountain Dew ranking system, and it's a formula. We're each going to give our ratings on a scale of 10. I mean, if you want to get freaky and put some decimal points in there, it doesn't really make that much of a difference because collectively it's going to all average out anyway. What you got?
Are we ranking these overall, or are they're different?
There's different categories.
Okay.
So out of 10, you are ranking the color, like how appealing the color is to you.
Ooh.
You're ranking the design of the label and like its shelf appeal and like how attractive just like the design of the can or whatever would be to you in terms of like, oh yeah, I would definitely pick that up and try it, or I would drink that on the regular because the can is sick. Then we have taste, which is on a scale of 10 as well.
But
which
it's
is just-
weighted as the most important.
It is. And it is just overall, do you like the taste? Do you not like the taste? You give it a ranking out of 10. And then collectively, we're going to come up with an availability score because some of these were extremely hard to get, which these not
None
quite
of these
as
really
much.
apply that much.
But there is a couple that are extremely hard to get or are like completely out of season, never to be seen again. We just happen to have gotten them at the right time. So collectively, we'll come up with an availability ranking. And then that will give us an overall dewiness score that will determine what we
You
think
might
is
call
the
this
best.
the Dewey Decimal System.
Ooh. Yeah.
I mean, it kind of is. So those categories are put into a formula for each one of the flavors, and it is 15% color, 15% availability, 60% taste, and 10% design. So it should kind
And
of
100%
even all
reason
out.
to remember the dew.
Yeah, exactly. And then from that, we also have our own individual ratings.
Yes.
So what we think is overall the best Mountain Dew for us. No availability aside, literally just color, design, taste, and the taste in that one is weighted at 70%.
Right.
So,
And so to me, that's also something else to keep in mind. I mean, is the number you're giving, I mean, you can adjust it your own self,
yeah.
but the number you're giving isn't necessarily, I don't think, based on in comparison to another. It is a little bit, but it's more of, do I like this individual one?
Mhm.
And then the numbers will come out later to kind of reveal
Yep.
what your ranking is.
Yeah,
You know
and I
what I'm
have
saying?
this in a massive Google sheet. Like there are like 50 pages on this thing at this point. And so I will put this up on our website, thequestionathand.com, if you haven't checked it out. So we'll have like just a running list.
Mm-hmm.
So sometime because I know that there are still several flavors to be released this year. One of which
Yeah, they're
I know
always-
is going to be Voodoo, which is just
It's always a mystery flavor.
their next thing. It's the Halloween special.
And it
then-
always tastes
and
like the
then
mystery
their
flavor
Christmas.
Airhead.
That's true. The Christmas flavor this year is called Fruit Quake. So we'll have to try that at some point and add that to our ranking list.
That's
But
going to
so,
be nasty.
so we'll have like a live running list on the website. So if you ever just are curious to see like what the official order is in terms of Mountain Dew as ranked by the Question at Hand, it'll be on our website, thequestionathand.com. So without further ado, happy 4-year anniversary, guys.
Further ado.
Further ado.
There's just so many
Oh,
puns in
man.
this episode already.
So many.
Happy 4-year anniversary, guys. We'll start with the original.
I can already tell it's disgusting. It's awful. Just kidding.
Got some little ASMR there for you.
I already know I'm not going to do just a
Just a dab. A dabble do.
oh.
Okay, that's enough. We cannot do it anymore.
I've
Can't
tried to look
anymore.
up
There you
like
go.
scientific method puns that rhyme with do, and I haven't found any.
Scientific.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so original Mountain Dew is a citrus flavored soda. It also fun
that's
fact,
what it is.
It also fun fact includes a small amount of orange juice. The formula for Mountain Dew was first developed in Tennessee in 1940 by Barney and Allie Hartman, and it was first distributed in 1954 and received a formula change by a guy named Bill Bridgeforth in 1958, where he merged the original Mountain Dew formulation with his lemonade soda. And then in 1964, Mountain Dew was acquired by PepsiCo and has since spawned a number of flavors, which we will be trying.
It was made by two people.
Originally in Tennessee, yeah.
Do you know what they were trying to do when they made it? Because I
Uh,
guarantee this was meant to be like floor cleaner.
It was meant to be a mixed drink.
It's meant to. It's partially called Mountain Dew because Mountain Dew is also slang for moonshine.
Yeah.
But most other early like flavored drinks were designed as a pairing with some sort of alcohol.
Yeah.
Basically. That's also why the original logos and stuff is like a hillbilly guy. Because
Yeah.
there's Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
So before we try it, should we do the color first?
I think we
what
should
we
try
drinking.
it first.
You think? Okay.
And
it's up
then
to
on
you.
the way out, do the color and the other. Now, please don't make us do that every time.
We are going to do it
It
every
takes
time.
so much time.
It doesn't matter. It's all here for the good times, man.
It's an audio medium.
An audio medium that we now video. It's just good, man. Like, I don't even know.
I don't
Okay,
know.
I will say this: the last several times that I have had regular Mountain Dew, it was from a fountain, and this tastes significantly better than that. Which I really
It does
like.
taste better than
Yeah,
Fountain Dew.
Fountain Dew.
That's
More Dew puns.
The thing I don't like about it, and the thing that turns me off from most things, is the aftertaste. I like the flavor. It has a weird aftertaste.
Man, that's just so freaking good.
and that drops it lower for me.
Okay.
All right. So who wants to go first?
I can go first.
All right, Brett, what you got for color, man?
So color, I'm gonna actually give it probably like a 5 because it looks like pee.
When it's poured out of its container, it does look strange.
The container being green makes it look. I like the color when it's inside the bottle.
They do that on purpose.
Yeah, but the color outside the bottle is not that appealing to me. But I mean, it's not terrible.
Design. What you got for design?
So I feel like this design is pretty simple.
And it's been that way for a while.
yeah,
as long
I
as
mean-
I can remember.
It's got these pyramids.
Yeah.
I guess are supposed to be mountains.
Like abstract polygons for mountains. Yeah.
I'd say for design, 4. It's just not amazing.
All right.
But then taste,
Taste. What you got?
I
for
would
taste?
give the taste an 8.
An 8.
I like the taste of regular Mountain Dew.
Let's go.
I really like it.
Christian, what you got, man? Let's start with color. What you got
4.
for color? 4. 4 for color.
4 for PP.
4 for color, and I would say like 8 in the bottle.
Like for the design, or 8.
No, if the
8
color
if it's
was
disguised.
before
The
it's
bottle?
poured out.
Okay. Okay. So color, you got a 4.
Yep.
What about the design of the bottle and the
I-
label?
I actually love the design, and I love the green bottle, and I feel like it is very recognizable. If
Oh,
you
yeah.
saw that from a distance, you would know that someone had a Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
So I would give that an 8.
An 8. Solid. And then what do you think about the taste of original Mountain Dew? Nice.
That was early on, but
I'll give it a 7.
A 7.
It's very. I don't want to go too high. I don't want to go too low. This may be adjusted later, but right now, with what I remember, everything else tasting like, I feel like some things will be above that, some things will be below. And it's not the first thing that I would reach for, but I did not oppose that at all.
Solid. Braxton, what you got for the color, man?
a 3.
A 3.
It looks like pee.
It's really off-putting.
I'm
to
going to
you?
destroy original Mountain Dew here for a minute. I'm sorry. The current packaging of this little polygons thing, I don't like it. It
It's
needs to
really-
be solid color or
really
a darker
bland.
green, so that the Mountain Dew logo pops out more, I think.
Yeah.
So I give the package design about like a 5, maybe. It's
Okay.
okay.
A 5.
The taste, I'm really edging between 5 and 6. You know? It's,
Yeah.
You can do a 5.5.
Yeah.
Do a 5.5 if you want to.
I have to give it a 5. I don't, the aftertaste, it's not sweet enough on the drink, and the aftertaste is salty.
Wait, I forgot there was a weird aftertaste. Make mine a 6.
Okay. To me, I do take that into account.
Okay.
Because some of these have no aftertaste, some have good, some have bad.
Cool. So I actually really like the color of original Mountain Dew. It is not off-putting to me in any way. So I'm going to give it a 6 on color. As far as the design of the bottle, I think it's really lackluster. I mean, the bottle itself being green is like
Yeah, that's
very
cool.
recognizable and cool. But like, I don't know, like some of the other labels, especially after they did the redesign lately, are really dope. Like the Code Red literally has a giant like robot monster on it, which is super cool.
You know what they should do? They should make this new deal, but on there it should be like mountains and like alpine like trees and stuff.
Yeah.
In like
Make
a
it look
weird
like it
design.
was in Tennessee at the outpost or something. Like
Yeah.
I'd be all for that. So I'm actually going to give the design of this one like a 3. And then as far as taste, I think this one is just like a staple. I love the taste of regular Mountain Dew. It's actually like really high up there for me. So I'm going to give it like a 6.5. And then availability
Well,
collectively,
10.
I think it's got to be a 10.
It's a 10.
There's
it's
nothing
the basis of
there's
the
nothing
highest.
more available. So I think a 10 is a solid score. And that gives it an overall dewiness of 6.5.
Okay.
Very cool.
Yeah, very cool. All right, you want to stick this one back up there at the front and grab us a Code Red?
I can get it.
So, fun fact about Code Red.
Gamers.
Code Red, I think, was their first deviation from a traditional Mountain Dew.
My hands are sweaty. I'm sorry.
So, it is a cherry flavored soda.
Oh, whoops.
It's all good. So, Code Red Mountain Dew is a cherry flavored soda, and it was released in stores in May 2001 as a permanent flavor. Code Red.
Really? I thought it would be sometime in the 90s.
I thought so too, but May 2001 was when it was released as a permanent flavor. Code Red increased overall Mountain Dew sales by 6% in its first year.
That's a big deal.
Yeah. And in March of 2001, when they announced they were doing a Code Red, Mountain Dew's website held a Code Red online racing game where the top scoring winners got sent free merchandise, including a Code Red shirt and a 6-pack of bottles to be the first people to test the soda. And the success of Code Red led to the creation of other Mountain Dew flavors. Specifically noted were Livewire and Baja Blast.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. And the drink of choice, along with Doritos for gamers everywhere since about 2001.
It's true.
I would say.
It's true. That is definitely true. All right. Clank me up. Got it. Down the hatch. I love Code Red so much.
Delicious.
I love it so much. So I do have our preliminary flavors, which I'm pretty sure we said in an episode a couple weeks ago, where I ask everybody if you could only drink one for the rest of your life, what would it be? So I assume that was our favorite flavors. Mine was Code Red. Braxton's and Brett's was Baja Blast, and Christian said Spark,
Yes.
which is the raspberry lemonade one that you
The
said
battery
tastes like
acid one.
electricity. So I'm going to take that as a preliminary favorite.
Hold on.
Is what I have.
What about the
labeled this.
gingerbread one?
You
That's
also
what-
said that one.
That's
that
what
day.
I thought you were going to say, but I'm pretty sure when it came down to it, you said Spark at the end. So
See, I don't
if
remember any
you'd
of
rather
this.
it be the gingerbread one, you're welcome to change it right now.
Nah.
But you need to change it now before we get too far into this.
I don't remember. Holy crap.
Okay, so I'm gonna go first on Code Red because I love Code Red. Like it is the one that I reach for every time. Color, I love the red color about it. Like I'm literally gonna give it a 9 for color because I just love that it's red. I don't
It's
know.
a good red.
Cherry flavor is just like my thing. Like I choose red Starburst. I like the red Skittles. Like anything red is just like immediately like pick me, Ryan. You like red. Like just pick the red one. Overall design, after they've redone it and they have like a giant like alligator snapping turtle thing
that has
on
a
there.
mace on its tail
Dinosaur? I
like
don't know
a
what that is.
dinosaur.
It looks like they did their own version of like a Bowser
Yeah.
kind of thing. And it's so cool. So for design, and it's all red. Like there's literally nothing but shades of red on there and maybe some black. But it's so cool. Like I think it's really, really cool. So for design, just because I'm afraid to go too much higher than this, I'm going to give it an 8.5.
Mm-hmm.
And then for taste, I mean, this one's just like a clear favorite for me. I just love cherry flavor. So I think taste, I'm gonna go 9.5. Like it's gonna be hard to beat, but I'm gonna leave a little bit of room in there for something that just really catches me.
Yeah.
Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Yeah, go.
again.
Go for it.
Color, I'm the same way. I think the red just it pops. It looks so good. I'm gonna give the color a 9, and then the design, same exact thing that you said. I love the red and black. I think part of that is because I like Texas Tech, and
Yeah.
it looks like if this was a sponsor of Texas Tech University,
Yeah, I could
this
see
would be
Code Red
how
Mountain
they would
Dew being that.
design the bottle.
Yeah.
So for the design, I'm also going to give it a 9.
Dang, setting the bar
And for
high.
taste, I think this is better than regular Mountain Dew.
Oh yeah.
I'm I'm not gonna give it a full 9. Since it is better than regular Mountain Dew, I'm gonna give it an 8.5. So really good. And since this is one that's pretty available,
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
it's one of my go-tos also. It has been in my fridge many a time.
Oh yeah. All right, Christian, what you got?
I think this is the first time I've ever had it.
You never had Code Red before?
Mm-mm.
Oh man. Well, this
Not
is
a real
great
game?
experience.
I've never had any of these, other than what we've had.
I was
on
about to say,
here.
except for the one time
Yeah.
we tasted.
Color, I will give it a 6.
Okay.
I definitely see what you see, but
In like the color or just the
yeah, I can see why you really like the color,
yeah.
but to me, it's not like overwhelmingly appealing.
Mm-hmm.
But I will drink it, obviously.
What do you think about the design of it?
I think it's an 8.
An 8?
Whatever that Magic the Gathering dude is on the corner is like pretty cool.
Yeah, this is kind of what it looks like.
It is really, really neat.
And taste, I would give it a 7.
A 7.
Mm-hmm.
Solid. All right, Braxton, what you got? Color.
Color, I give it a 7.
7. Strong.
Design, I give it an 8.
An 8 on the design.
Taste, I give it. I'm wanting to give it a 9. It's so it's
really
so
good,
good. It's
man.
easy to. It's so good that it flies under the radar. It makes you forget how good it is because it's just that.
It
steady.
really does, and it's been around so long that there's no hype for it. Like Baja
I know.
Blast, you get hype for because
Yeah.
it comes around every year, and it's a Taco Bell exclusive, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh man, like we get Baja Blast. Code Red's like just kind of always there.
I don't know. Yeah, I'll give it a 9 for taste. It's just solid, and I forgot how solid it is.
Okay,
I
and
didn't know
then
you were a gamer.
Well, that shows a little about me.
what do you mean? He played with his feet, man.
Oh yeah.
I told you never to bring. No, I'm just kidding.
You talked about it
I'm
on the
just kidding. I
podcast.
know. We talked about it like every other day. On the
I know. So, what do we think for availability? I mean, Code Red is kind of everywhere
I
to
wouldn't
an extent.
say it's a 10.
I think
I
it's a
don't-
9.
I think it's a 9 or maybe even a 9.5. Like I think next to original Mountain Dew, it is probably the most widely available.
yeah.
The only thing that
But I do see it.
would-
I do go in a lot of stores, but they just don't have it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one thing that would keep me from making it a 9.5 is it's like not very available in fountains.
It depends.
I mean,
I've
I
seen
know
it
I've
actually
seen 'em,
more
but-
lately than I have before, but I've also been looking.
but it's not
Yeah,
like
right.
every
Yeah.
Pepsi restaurant has.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
That's
good with a 9.
so-
Are y'all good with a 9?
I'm good with a 9.
Let's do a 9. Wow, that one's high. 8.45 for its dewiness scale right now.
That's going to be hard to
Pretty
beat.
good.
It's pretty good. All right.
What is next?
So next up we have Livewire, and it's the orange one up there. So Mountain Dew Livewire is an orange flavored soda. Not to be confused with like Fanta or something like that. That is also very widely known, but orange flavored.
There's 10
that
million
bottle
orange
is
sodas.
giving me Crush vibes, though.
It's
It's the way it looks.
just as a preface. I think this is one of the weakest ones.
I
There are
think-
like
I
3 or
think so,
4
too.
orange
Yeah.
sodas that are way better than this.
Yeah. So it's orange flavored, and it was released in stores in the summer of 2003, 2004, and 2005 for a limited time before becoming a permanent flavor in 2005 after it increased overall Mountain Dew sales by 10% in its first year.
People were hyped for Livewire apparently. Now I
Yeah.
don't think anyone cares about it.
I mean, I agree. I do think their package redesign on it is
Makes
really,
it look
is really
cool.
cool. Like it's much more appealing to like pick up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know that I literally looked at the package one day and saw there was like this dope Phoenix on there and thought maybe I should give that another
Right.
shot. Like
The
not
old
gonna
label
lie,
looked weird.
but I don't know. I'm not super crazy about orange flavored sodas either. Like that in itself is kind of off-putting to me.
Orange. Let me see the.
Brett was wanting to look at
Yeah, look at it first. How did it taste?
It's
That's what I keep thinking.
It's Brian Thompson.
Yes. You remember it.
Clink,
How did it taste?
clink. Braxton hates that so much.
It just doesn't have a lot of flavor.
It doesn't, and it's like, I don't know. Maybe it is
It
like
smells delicious.
maybe it's almost like too similar to regular orange juice, like that taste. Like-
yeah,
like,
it tastes.
some of
it
the other.
tastes like good carbonated orange juice, but it doesn't taste like what an orange Mountain Dew should taste like.
Well, and that's what I was gonna say is like maybe other orange sodas don't exactly taste like orange, like an orange. Like I feel like this kind of almost nails the orange flavor a little too good.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Case closed.
Oh my goodness. All right, Braxton, you want to start us off on this one?
Yeah.
All right, what you got for color?
Color, I give it a 6. I like it darker.
I could see. I don't know.
Or I don't know. It just looks dull. It looks like orange pea. Anything that I don't like the color of, I'm going to say it looks like blank pea.
It looks like pea after you've had like kidney stones or
Yeah.
something.
The
weird.
bottle design, I give a 7.
A 7.
It's cool looking.
It is really cool.
How did it taste? I think it tasted for an orange soda, it's okay, but for an orange Mountain Dew, 4. I think it's pretty lackluster.
All right. Well, I'm next up on the list. So, for color, I'm not super crazy about orange, like just in general, I guess. So, like as far as appeal to me, I would give the color like a 4. But I think the package design is super cool. Like I love the package design, so I'm actually going to give the design of it an 8 because I think the package design is really cool. I love the Phoenix because I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that's what that is.
Yeah.
That Phoenix in the corner really kind of sells it for me. Not gonna lie. But then the taste, I mean, orange is not one of my favorite flavors. It is almost too orangey, as I said just a second ago, which I don't know is a good thing or a bad thing, but it's just like a thing. So I'm actually gonna give it like a 7 on the taste. I mean, I think it's good, but it's definitely kind of like upper middle of the road is what I'd kind of give it. Brett, what you got, man?
So I do like the color orange on this. I give it a 7 for the color. The package design is really cool. I really like that Phoenix, and then it has the oranges on the other side. I'm going to give the package design an 8, but I'm kind of like y'all. Orange flavored really anything just isn't. It's not my favorite, but
Yeah, I mean,
it's
I'm sure
not-
there are
it's
people
not the
out there
worst.
that love orange
Yeah.
soda. Like this would be
Well,
their
I love
go-to.
orange soda, but I want it to be like pounds and pounds of sugar taste. And this has no. This doesn't even taste sweet almost.
I just don't drink enough orange soda. I probably wouldn't have been able to tell you the difference between this or Crush or Fanta, any of them. So for that, I'm going to give the taste a 4.
A 4.
Yeah.
Dang. All right, Christian, what you got?
Color, I will give it a 3.
3. Not an orange guy.
No, I don't like orange soda in general, so it turns me off from the beginning. But also, all these have like a neon
Mm-hmm. They are very
feel
bright
to them,
Yep.
and it feels like I'm not supposed to be drinking this anyway. It feels very chemical.
Absolutely.
It feels like that time we shot that commercial at your office, and you took me to like the laboratory
Mm.
with all the test tubes, and you're like, "You want to see how we come up with the formulas for a tractor engine lubricant?"
It looks exactly like that.
That's what I feel like I just drank.
Because all like lubricants and like hydraulic oils and stuff is always looks like
It's kind of
It
more.
looks like that.
It's more dull, but
Yeah.
yeah.
colorful.
Package 7. It's got a cool as hell Phoenix or
That's
something
what
on
I'm
it.
saying. I think the Phoenix is dope.
Harry
And
Potter and the
then-
Order of the Live Wire.
Yeah.
Flavor, I'll give it a 5. Like, I don't like orange soda. You were right on it being really close to orange juice. It's like someone stuck a live electrical wire in a vat of orange juice.
And then
I
said,
drank it on accident.
and then said, "All right, here it is. This is the formula."
That's exactly what it tastes
Yeah.
like.
Okay. And then what do we think for availability? Like Livewire's pretty available. But I
Livewire-
would say it's not as available as Code Red.
No,
Like,
but it's only one tier down though,
I know,
because I see
it's
it
not much
in a lot of
it's-
places.
It's all over the place.
And every time I see it, I'm like, why do they have Livewire instead of these other ones? Do you know what I mean? That's what I think every time I,
mean,
see it.
that's what I think about Major Melon. I've never even tried it. So
I think I don't know. Do we want to just go one step down and say 8?
I mean, we could say 8 because I don't think I've ever seen it on Fountain. Have you ever seen Livewire on Fountain?
No.
No.
I mean, the
But
bottles are
Livewire and
everywhere.
Voltage I see in equal amounts.
Yeah,
in
I think
convenience
those
stores.
are almost like paired together. Like
Mhm.
I don't hardly ever see one without the other.
Yeah.
Or if I do see one without the other, it's because the one is missing.
They've
like
emptied it.
It's literally
Yeah.
empty. I mean, I'm good with an 8. I don't think that one is I've ever seen on a Fountain.
No.
And then
We'll get comments accurately.
yeah, I mean, I'm
In
sure
my Taco Bell
it may
in the
be
mall.
somewhere. My Taco Bell in the mall. But I mean, I think an 8 is good. I'd almost maybe say
7.5.
7 or 7.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
'Cause-
7.5 is a good
'cause
score.
It's kind of everywhere, but I mean, you could say the
It is
same
harder
thing.
to
You could say
find.
the same thing about like Baja Blast, that it's everywhere, even though it's only available at Taco Bell most of the time. It's everywhere. Like there's Taco Bells on every corner almost.
Yeah.
It seems like so. I think you go with 7.5. I think
Yeah.
7.5 is pretty solid.
Are we doing Voltage next?
We are doing Voltage next. So Livewire has a dewiness score of 5.625.
Cool. I think that's going to be the lowest one. Well, besides
well-
this guy.
Yeah, the Flamin' Hot one, I'm still not quite sure about. I don't know. We'll see
Now,
how that one goes.
I've never actually tasted Voltage or understood what the flavor is supposed to be.
So Voltage is a blue raspberry flavored soda, and it was first released in stores in 2008 as a finalist in the first Democracy, where it won and became a permanent flavor in the United States. And for those of you who don't know what Democracy is,
you idiots.
Democracy was a marketing campaign from PepsiCo, which allowed fans to pick the next Dew flavor. And Voltage was competing with Supernova and Revolution in the very first Democracy.
And you'll see people, I get like on Reddit, and I'm sure maybe in the Dude Discord, there are people who are like still pissed today that one of the other flavors didn't win
Oh yeah.
a Democracy in like 2000 whatever.
Yep.
And I would be too if I thought that was the better flavor, and now this
yeah.
crap is sitting on shelves.
And it's still around. Like
You know what I mean?
that was
Like what? Like Supernova.
that was 14 years ago.
that there are people around who are like, dude, Supernova was delicious.
I don't know. We'll get to try that later because it's a permanent flavor in Finland. And I have it.
Oh my god,
So
the Finns love Supernova.
yeah. So we have some Finnish Supernova. So yeah, I'm good. That was all I got for Voltage.
I'm interested to try it.
Clink. Clink.
The block.
Clink.
What's it supposed to be? Raspberry?
Blue raspberry.
It tastes like blue raspberry.
Well, technically on the label it says charged with raspberry, citrus flavor, and ginseng.
Ginseng.
Yeah. But it's blue raspberry.
Isn't
flavor.
ginseng what they put in energy drinks, or is it just flavoring?
I don't know.
Or I guess it could be both.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
It has that weird raspberry.
It does. It
aftertaste.
has that blue raspberry aftertaste. It's very similar to like Bob Ross energy drink that we tried.
Yeah.
I feel like almost everything that we try blue raspberry is very similar to Bob Ross positive energy drink.
I wonder if every company uses like the same little like flavoring
I don't know, man.
drops to.
I swear
you know.
they just flavor them with Jolly Ranchers. They just throw the blue ones in a big vat.
It does always taste like a blue. Jolly
always
Rancher.
tastes like a blue Jolly Rancher. So I don't know if they have like a patent and they're the only ones that make blue raspberry flavoring and they just sell it to everybody or what. But I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. Who went first last time? Did you go first last time?
I think Braxton went first.
I think I did maybe.
I don't know. We're on number 4,
Hey.
so
Take that and put it on the front.
I actually wanted to look at it. I
Oh,
wanted to
sorry.
look at the package design before we get too far into this. So it does have like a weird robot guy holding an emerald with
Looks
a blue
kind of like
raspberry
a
in it.
mad scientist.
Maybe it is a mad scientist, but he looks like a robot
Yeah.
It's a robot scientist.
with like handlebar. It looks like someone drew like a motorcycle in a lab coat with arms.
Let me see.
Like, not gonna lie, that's what
I looked
looks
at
like.
it, but I didn't look at it that close.
It's interesting. I don't exactly know what that is. Tell me what that is, because I don't know. It looks crazy.
Oh, to me, it looks like it's a guy like wearing like a hazmat suit, like a full body suit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
and
why
he's-
does his head look so funny?
Because maybe he's an alien under the suit. But yeah, it's definitely like he's holding the radioactive raspberry.
Yeah,
You know,
man, I don't know. So color, I actually do like the color. I think that the color is pretty cool. It's not my favorite, like bluish hue. But it's all right. It's almost like too dark for what I think it should be for like a blue raspberry flavored. Like I feel like the Bob Ross one was like very bright blue,
Yeah.
which was nice. Like I really like that color. This one's almost dull. It's almost like it's trying to be like a blue purple.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
purple.
Yeah. So I actually I think the color's okay. I'm gonna give it like a 5. It's kind of middle of the road. Design, I think it's kind of lackluster. I'm very confused what that dude is. So
We don't
I mean,
like what we don't understand.
just for effort, because I don't think it's the worst one. I think it could definitely be better, but I'm gonna give it like a 6, just because it's. I don't know. There's just something about it that I'm not crazy about compared to like a live wire with a Phoenix or a Code Red or something like that. And then as far as taste, like it's just kind of a weird blue raspberry flavor, which I'm not super crazy about. But I'm gonna give it like a 5.
I agree on the color. Like I feel like it could pop more. It's kind of a dull, almost washed out blue look.
It does kind of match the label though.
Yeah.
Well, I was actually going to say, I think they should make the label a lighter blue to match the color of the soda.
Yeah.
The label's darker blue, and it just makes it look more.
Yeah.
So for the color, I would give it a 5. Now design, I do like it, but the confusion is there as to what that dude is. But
But
I
dude
think
in a hazmat suit who's
I think
holding
the
a
design-
radioactive raspberry emerald.
I do like how they
He's
got
not even
more
holding it though.
creative.
It's floating.
Yep.
It is more creative than just regular Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give the design a 6.5.
6.5.
And one reason why I don't give it a full 7 is they could have made the lid blue also. But they
And
just went with
sometimes
a
the lid
simple-
may be blue.
Yeah.
I think
Sometimes
I
that's the
think
bottling
sometimes
company.
It depends where it comes from. Yeah, because like if you notice, like on the top of the bottle, some of them say like recycle bottle, some of them are just
Yeah.
blank. So it kind of depends because they do have many like bottling manufacturing facilities.
Yes, for sure.
Or bottling facilities don't really manufacture.
Yeah, because you see
like.
like Code Red has ridges in the top.
Yeah.
And that's the
like,
only one that looks like that.
I think isn't the Livewire one the same way?
Yeah.
Nope, yeah, it is. So it's not even necessarily that this flavor has this. It could just be
They
these
also
were bottled at
those
the plant where.
that blow mold for the bottle also does not have the MD logo on it
That's right.
like some of them do.
I think the
So-
newest flavors have
Well,
the
no,
MD.
I mean,
right?
some do, but the original one also has the MD on it.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
I don't think it's
exactly
ever a
know
hard
if there's
rule.
a
It's
science
just how it
behind it,
happens.
or it's just like, oh well, this bottling facility has the newest blow mold, so they get the coolest bottles. I don't know.
Well, for this instance, it's a white cap.
Yeah,
So it doesn't get the full 7 from me. Now taste, I do like blue raspberry kind of stuff. So I'm gonna give the taste a 7.
7 going strong. All right, Christian.
4.
For color?
Yep.
Okay.
5.
For design?
Yep.
Okay. And taste?
4.
4.
Yep.
Easy enough. Braxton.
I was elected to lead, not to read. Remember in the Simpsons movie when Arnold was okay. I give it for color. I give it a 5.
5.
For the design, I give it a 6.5.
Okay. 6.5?
I changed my mind.
6.5?
Yes.
Okay.
And for the taste, I give it a 5.
A 5.
Only because I don't really like raspberry.
Okay.
That being said, a raspberry flavor, it's good.
Yeah.
And then for availability, do we just want to go 7.5 and make it
I say it's equal to live
equal
wire.
to
yeah.
live wire? Okay.
Live wire.
I'm good with that.
wire.
All right. So,
What's next, sir?
we're through with 4. So next up is Major Melon.
So this one, yes.
That one, I'm
Now,
just
the package design is funny. I like that this actually is the what's that called? When something's the same name. The eponymous, is that how you say it? This is the eponymous Major Melon.
Oh yeah.
But I don't like how he's looking at me. It kind of makes you feel like, I don't know.
yeah.
It's like, is he angry at me? Or is he like coming on to me?
I don't know. Maybe one or the other. That one is interesting because it's the only one that like has the, I think anyway. Isn't it one of the only ones that has the name like inside something? Like in the dog tag? Don't most of the other ones just like say it on there somewhere?
Oh,
Or have
yes.
like a little like blurb or something down there, like a circle or something?
Yes, it's the one. It's the only one it's actually kind of the most stylized because it's on the dog tag of
Yeah.
the character
Major
Melon. It's the only one to have its own character.
They went all in on Major Melon there. So Major Melon is a watermelon flavored Mountain Dew, and it was just released in stores as a permanent flavor on January 4th, 2021. It's one of the few that has not been like voted in or like a limited release to see how it goes and then brings it out. As far as I know, they were just like, we're rolling out with a watermelon Mountain Dew and we're rolling with it hard because it is everywhere. Like I feel
Yeah,
like
I
I
see it a
see
lot.
this so much now, like in fountains, at stores, just like all over the place. And I'm like, who likes watermelon this much?
Well, I don't know about watermelon, but I have tasted this before, and I think it's pretty good.
Oh, you think so?
Mhm.
Is it like a good watermelon? Did you have the cap?
I don't even remember. Try it here. But I remember enjoying it.
Woo! Oh my lord, that is a very strong watermelon smell.
But the thing is, that the flavor, like you're talking about how that always tastes like candy, it's the smell of a watermelon candy. That's not what any normal
It
watermelon
smells like a
smells
watermelon
like.
Jolly Rancher,
Yeah.
like just straight up.
I wonder if they make Jolly Ranchers.
I don't like it.
What was that?
I don't like it.
You did in Dumb and Dumber when the cop drinks their pee. That's what you look like. You know what I'm talking about? When he was take a drink back some of Grandma's cough medicine, huh?
It's not even that like it. Ugh. It's not even that it's like terrible.
I don't
It's
like
just
it.
like I just don't like it.
I like it.
I'm not a watermelon flavored guy though. Like watermelon Jolly Ranchers, those stay in the bag and don't get eaten unless somebody else eats them.
It's so weird though because like, what is this flavor actually? It's not a watermelon. You know what I mean? Watermelons do not taste like this.
Ugh. Ugh. Yeah,
It's almost like bubble gum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's similar to that.
good lord.
Chew up on my bubble gum.
Christian.
Peanut butter and jelly. I'm sorry. Brett.
No, I like poured
Water.
I feel like I poured,
I poured
too
too
much.
much.
Let me get
Let me get that.
Let
Let me get that.
me get a 3.
For color?
Yep.
Okay. 3 for color.
3?
What's next?
Design. Do you need to look at it closer? You can hold it.
4.
4.
What?
4 for design.
You don't like the dude looking at you, do you?
Mm-mm. It's threatening, and it's like, why is he cut? He's like bleeding
Oh
out.
my God!
Because
yeah, it's his blood. It's his blood from his war wound.
And I don't know why they're
He has a
subjecting
backstory.
us to-
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, how many of these others have backstories and like some character depth
None of
that they've
them.
built in?
I feel like this is
This is the
probably
only
the
one that's Mountain
Okay.
Dew personified.
Bump this one up to like a 7
on
on design.
Okay, I didn't.
7. Cool.
Because this is interesting.
I guess you talked him into
It's
it.
interesting despite it being strange.
I want
Yeah.
to know his lore.
I wonder if that's out there somewhere. We might
I'm
have
sure
to
someone's
research
written a
that
fan
and
fiction.
report that back on the next episode.
It's actually stolen valor.
Also, you
He was not a military hero.
Oh my!
you don't see where his left hand is. They've covered that up. Probably to censor something.
He's flipping you off.
So he is either flipping us off, he has a weapon, or some sort of.
I don't think he has hands. I think he has vines. Because he doesn't have a right hand either. It just goes into the dog tag.
yeah, why does his hand makes the chain for the dog tag? This just gets more and more bizarre the longer
I
you
don't
look
know.
at it.
We need to find out about if there's a backstory to Major Melon.
Taste, give it a 2. It was
That's 2?
disgusting.
Oh,
Okay. Braxton.
color. I give it a 7. I love the color.
I like the pink color.
The design, I give it an 8. I think it's an awesome design.
I think it's really cool.
The taste, I give it. What other ones? What score did I give my other ones? I know I said I'm not going to compare them, but no.
Original, you had a 5. Code Red 9. Livewire 4. Voltage 5.
I give this one a 6.5.
6.5. So I'm gonna give this one for color. I mean, I'm gonna give it the color like a 7. I mean, I think the pink color is cool. Like, what's really off-putting to me about Major Melon and why I've never tried it until now, and because I knew I wouldn't like it, is because it's watermelon flavored. And it even just like straight up watermelon juice in a cup, because I have had that at a Mexican restaurant, is not good. Like, I do not like it one bit. But design, I think the design of this thing is really interesting. It's got a pink camo background. There's a watermelon with like teeth and a weird like
So see,
a vine tongue.
So that brings up the question. Not to go down too far of a tangent, that brings up the question of the same thing of Goofy and Pluto.
Yeah.
They're both dogs. So here it seems like one is more like an animal, like a monster watermelon, but one is a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he kind of looks like a
So what are
monster,
the
too,
what are
I'm
the
not gonna
rules?
lie.
Yeah, but he has a face.
I guess.
Okay, I'm done.
So I think the package design is really cool, and I think that they did a good job with it. I really like the border too. Like, it's the only one that has like a really stylized border. I know the Spark kind of does.
Yeah, but I do like the little top and bottom.
But that was because it was at a Speedway gas station originally. So
it's race car themed.
it's race
sort
car
of.
themed. But this one like kind of fits with the flavor, and they went like all in on melon. So I think the design, I'm actually going to give like an 8. I really like it. And then the taste is just not there for me. I'm not a watermelon person. So I'm actually going to agree with Christian and give it a 2.
Change my flavor to a 7.
Okay.
I just
Your
All right,
flavor is
cancel them
changed.
out. Put mine to a 1.
oh, that's so dirty.
No, we'll leave it. at
That's hilarious.
So for me, the color,
what you got.
It's like we got
I like
3 on
pink.
one of you.
but I think I prefer the pink of Spark over this one.
I do too, but I think in terms of what I think it should be watermelon flavored, like I think
Yeah.
you'd rather have a dark watermelon than a light colored watermelon.
Yeah. Give the color a 5.
Okay.
Design, I love the design. And just like you guys, I wanna know the backstory of
Major
Major Melon.
I mean, where was he at? Was he at Hamburger Hill?
I mean, did he used to be Private Melon?
Right, he
I
probably
mean-
was once Private Melon.
I mean,
Notice I
probably
said
was, and then he came into the light.
Battle of the Bulge. He was on the other side, though, actually. Major Melon was like, never mind. I'm not going to.
Yeah, and
Major
like,
Melon was like the Nazi scientist they brought in for the rocket program. He was actually a Nazi, but then they,
Von Braun.
they paid him to,
Yeah.
Werner von Braun.
Oh my god.
or could this have been like conscription?
Yeah.
And then
Is he drafted?
yeah,
Did he?
or did he volunteer and work his way up to that?
What? How high of a rank is Major? It's pretty major, right?
Yeah, it's pretty major.
Yeah.
That really was a setup for a
It's
joke. Like,
it's an officer. He's an officer.
what's the one above Major?
Captain, I think.
Above Captain, and then is what, Lieutenant? I don't know how. It
Yeah,
goes.
I'm not.
I don't know.
I don't want to.
We
I
don't
used
wanna,
to know.
We
I
don't
don't
want
wanna
to throw those out
embarrass
there. We don't know.
I do. I'll throw out all kinds of incorrect. No. Let us know in the comments what if he got an upgrade, what would Major Melon become?
Yeah, for real.
As far as design, though, I really like it.
I think it's cool, yeah.
I'm gonna give it an 8 for the design.
I have to say, these leaves that they drew on this vine, on this like upper right corner, look so cool.
Yeah,
Like I kind of just want to like hang those on the wall somewhere.
but taste was horrible. I could not finish. I struggled to finish this little tiny bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 1.5.
You
I
ha-
won't go full 1, but I'm gonna give it a 1.5.
He's been cut up. He has watermelon wounds. This is his blood. He also has a chunk of his brain cut out in the helmet. Someone has cut a slice of his helmet.
I didn't think that was a slice of. I thought he put it in there like a feather, or something.
Oh. Yeah, you're right.
Or
It's like a feather.
Or it's someone else's wounds.
So
Like he just cut up.
Oh,
a
he's
piece
got
of,
an ear.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to stop with this.
it is the 22nd rank in the army.
Major is
Major is.
okay.
And to be a major, it usually requires at least 10 years of service. You must be a captain for at least 2 years.
Okay, so captain was one below. Whoops.
Though most captains have to serve 5 or 6 before being promoted to major.
Okay.
So he's pretty up there.
And what is the next one?
Lieutenant Colonel.
Oh, Lieutenant Colonel. Okay. Lieutenant Colonel Melon.
Maybe in another lifetime.
Right up there with Captain Crunch.
That'd be funny if, like, each year they just kept on promoting him.
Oh my god.
Lieutenant Colonel Mellon.
And then eventually, with Shaq, he sells insurance.
Oh my God. Okay,
That's
so
when he's old.
so what are we giving this for availability? Because I mean I feel like
I see this
it's been
everywhere.
everywhere. Like it's in fountains.
General.
It is like in bottles everywhere, like 6-pack bottles all over the place. I don't know that I've seen Major Melon cans. Have you seen Major Melon cans?
I don't.
Have y'all seen
Well-
Major Melon cans?
I've seen him once.
I'm sorry, what?
I may have seen
Have we seen what?
cans.
Have we seen Major Melons? Okay.
Good Lord.
My question is, in comparison to the availability of these two,
I think it's higher, actually.
Yeah.
really,
I
think
so.
I would say equal.
Well, but the problem is they've started putting it in fountains everywhere. Like they're replacing things like Pitch Black and things that are like exclusively in fountains places with Major Melon for some reason. Major Melon or Spark, one of the two.
Okay.
I don't know.
What do we say on these? 7.5.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be okay to go up to like 7.75.
We can,
I'm
we
good
can go
going
8
up
if
to
y'all
8.
want to. I mean, that's
You
fine.
think 8?
I'd give it an 8.
Okay.
Right now, I do see more of it in convenience stores than these two. Right now,
Yeah, right
That's
now
for sure.
I think so. because I don't know the last time that I saw cans or like a 6-pack just floating around of Livewire or Voltage.
Never.
Like pretty much you just see them in bottles at like convenience stores. All right, so Major Melon has a dewiness rating of 4.675. And up next is none other than Spark.
The real pink.
You may want to grab that one, Braxton. Never mind. Brett's got it. The real pink. Okay, so this one's either Christian's favorite or the gingerbread one is. I think is where we're at on in terms of which one he thinks is his favorite.
Is the gingerbread one in here?
We have it.
It'll be in another
We
section.
have it later this week.
I
So Spark is raspberry lemonade flavored, and it was released
What?
exclusively in Speedway gas stations in summer 2020 and 2021 before coming a permanent nationwide flavor in 2022.
After Spark, like I swear it was literally like 2 months later after they put them in the convenience stores. All Spark convenience stores like went into bankruptcy and closed down.
I think the Speedway gas stations actually closed. Wait, no, they didn't close down. I don't think so.
where are they?
Maybe if they didn't close down, like the company, like something happened with the company.
I think one of the ones that I was looking for was a Speedway gas station, and it was like Mountain Dew Cyclone or something, which was like a Speedway exclusive on Fountain. And
I think that's-
I'm pretty sure the closest one to us was like down by Galveston in Texas City. But they have them. They're more like there's more of them up north. I
Yeah.
think.
But I think whatever that event was, I think maybe they were planning to go further with this, but I think that prompted them even more to be like, we maybe should release this wider so we can sell all the stock that we've been planning to.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't exactly know the story on it other than that it became a permanent nationwide release, and it's like, dude, they released the crap out of that thing because it is.
That's what makes me suspicious if they had like tons of it in a warehouse and they were like, we have to sell.
There are so many cans. Like, why Spark in cans? Like, I've never seen so many cans. It's like everywhere I go, it's just cans of Spark. No, like they've got 12 packs of Spark. They have Spark Zero. They have Diet Spark. Like,
Yeah, I saw the Diet Spark. I'm like, what the heck is going on?
it's just like they went full on Spark.
Now, I was amazed when you said this was raspberry lemonade flavor because I have no context of what the real flavor of this is. To me, it's just the whole Spark thing is so weird because it tastes like that, and that's all I taste.
It tastes like electricity.
That's all I can think about.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if we get that again. See if it's electrified.
Yeah.
Do diddle electricity. Him blocking it. It's so weird. It's so weird.
I feel like I should like take off. And jet. Like when people think about Mountain Dew, I think a lot of the time they think of like something with high caffeine content, even though it's not that high compared to like energy drinks and stuff.
No, it's higher in
People are
sugar.
like, it winds all the kids up, and I'm like, this like you take a sip of it and you're like, I'm ready to go to war.
This one is the most egregious with that. You know what I mean? I wonder, like, what the hell is in this? Like, what?
I don't know.
What makes it taste like electricity?
The blast of raspberry lemonade flavor.
I don't even taste raspberry lemonade, dude. I mean, I know, yes, that's what it is,
I
but
do.
that's all I can think about is how did they achieve
Yeah.
whatever?
There's something like chemically unstable.
Yeah, yes. It's like the atoms are bursting as we.
It's definitely. It
This is the
seems
secret to
more.
cold fusion.
It definitely seems more carbonated than the other ones do.
It is.
Like the way it goes across your tongue whenever you drink it is like. Is like I'm ready to go, baby.
I love the. I'm ready to go to war. That's what you say when you drink this, but not this. With this man looking at you.
Yes, it's like they should have put Spark in the Major Melon bottle and given it to people in the army and been like, "All right, we're ready to go, boy."
This is like the morphine that he uses.
It's morphine, Tom.
Yeah, Major Melon drinks Spark to go to war, then puts his blood of watermelon in the Mountain Dew Major Melon bottle. That's his
that's
that's his
dedication.
story.
How does this color compare
purple
to his
heart.
wounds?
It's a little lighter, I think.
Okay.
Have y'all got to look at the label?
Yeah, I think the label on this one is kind of neat.
It's a funky little race
It has
car.
a dope race car with
I wish he was bigger.
teeth.
Now, are these like? These look like music notes almost.
They do, but they're like lights on a fence around.
Oh,
a racetrack.
okay, I got
'Cause
you.
the
Yeah,
car's right there.
I see that.
And he's got a berry in his mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, but his eyes on this are his headlights.
So this is not.
So
from
it's not the cars
universe.
models. It's the one. It's the way you'd picture 'em when you were kids.
What's that? What's that?
I mean, look at it.
There's like a gas.
Like you
station.
barely see the windshield. That would be the car's
Oh
eyes.
yeah, the
But
headlights.
the
are
headlights on here are very expressive, and you
They're
can
like,
see that there's like in the corners it looks like pupils where he's like angry or something.
Oh yeah, the pupils are like
Yeah.
a little reflection in the middle of the light. Yeah.
I think
It's pretty cool.
I like that one. I like the border on it, which I know that it's like racing thing because it was in speedways and
Yeah,
stuff.
the border is the best part.
But
It also looks like it's for
cool.
Easter because this
Yeah.
and then the mountain are pastel colors, which I like. I like to see it's a different than just a bold like.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Yeah, this is what they were drinking, even though it didn't exist. This is what made Ricky Bobby's children the way they were.
I started to put that one in there in the intro and was like, nah.
Forgot about the kid who ate a whole bunch of hot chili and had to drink a whole 2-liter of Mountain Dew.
I don't guess I've seen that one.
I think I've shown it before.
I accidentally like the one at the beginning where he's like, I want my Mountain Dew. All right, whatever he says. Is this guy named Boogie 2908?
Oh,
or
yeah, that
something
guy.
on YouTube. Yeah, this was like a very old video. It has like 24 million views, and it's
It's
long,
it's the one where he's like the nerd parody guy, I bet.
I guess. But he can't find his Mountain Dew, and he
Oh.
grabs a Faygo from the deal and like drinks it and pours it all over himself. And he's like, "This was delicious, but this is a Faygo. I don't want no Faygo. I want my Mountain Dew." So yeah, that's where that comes from. All right, Brett, start us off on this one.
So color, I do like the lighter color pink, but still, it's not just all the way up there. Yeah, I'll give it a 6.
6.
As
strong.
far as the design, I feel like there's too much color going on.
Maybe.
And I don't know if I really like the contrast of yellow and pink. I just feel like the colors don't go together. So for design, I'm going to go a 5. And taste, I'm going to give it a 5 also.
On taste.
Is that what we said, bro?
Do what?
She goes, wait. So he didn't like SpongeBob? And then
Yellow.
Pink. You do care.
I forgot about that. That case, change it. No, I'm just kidding.
Christian, what you got? Color,
6.
design,
6.
and taste.
6.
yes. Satan's do.
I don't think that one's gonna be your favorite, man.
Okay.
It didn't like. I don't know what I was thinking last time. Maybe it was comparative to that batch,
Right.
and this one is not nearly as good.
Oh, this is the same one. I've had this one for a while.
Oh
It's
no, I
just been in the
meant the
fridge.
last batch of sodas that we compared it to.
Oh, like the gingerbread snapped in the frostbite.
I think maybe
Whatever we had that day.
it pulled a Bundaberg, and it was like comparatively good then, and not as good with
Still
something
haven't bought
else.
any Bundaberg.
You always
been to
forget
World
about
Market.
the ginger beer, man. You don't have. It's at Walmart.
I've never seen it in Walmart. It doesn't exist in
Okay,
Walmart.
I'll pick you up a thing at Walmart next time. I go.
Okay, sure. The non-existent.
It's at Walmart.
I really don't believe you.
It's not by the drinks though. It's on like the beer
Yeah.
aisle.
I've looked there too. I didn't see it.
You didn't look hard enough.
Well, I didn't really care enough either. Because I thought about it and I looked down there for like 5 seconds and I was like, I'm not going to sit here and look for Ruderberg ginger beer. You know what I mean?
I don't care that much, boy. Braxton, what you got for Spark?
For color, I give it a Ruderberg. No. I give it a 6.
6.
For design, I give it a 7.
Okay.
For taste, what I give regular Mountain Dew?
A 5.
I give it a 5. I think it's very
Middle of the road.
middle of the road.
So, I actually really like the color of Spark. So for color, I'll you know what? I'll keep it consistent. I'm gonna go 6.
Everybody did the 6.
For design, I actually do really like the car, and there are the berries, and the colors are nice, and I like the border on it. So for design, I'm actually gonna give it a 7. And then taste, I do like the taste. I know you guys are kind of middle of the road, but I think I'm gonna give the taste a 7 because it's not like
It's electric.
it's not great, but it's not middle of the road. Like I feel like it's a little more kind of up there. I definitely like it than Major Melon. And then availability wise, like right now it's pretty dang available.
Yeah.
Maybe an 8.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You're good with an 8.
Mhm.
I was kind of thinking similar to like Major Melon in terms
Yeah.
of availability.
It could honestly be maybe just one
Well,
small
I see it
step
a
up
lot
from
less now versus even a
When they-
month or so ago. Yeah.
that. Okay. Yeah, I'm good with.
They are putting it
staying
in
at 8.
on Fountain at a lot of places though too. So, I think it's pretty much like right there in line with like Major Melon. So I think 8's probably
Major
pretty solid.
Melon.
All right. So next is Throwback, which has now been rebranded as of 2020, like sometime in 2020.
Yeah, because I remember it being
2021,
called Throwback.
is now Mountain Dew Real Sugar.
I like Throwback better.
I did too.
We knew that it meant real sugar,
Yeah.
right?
Well, so Throwback was part of a campaign that PepsiCo did where they brought back like several Throwback flavors with real sugar, like regular Pepsi, Mountain Dew.
I think
there
they
were
also
several
did
others.
that in concurrence with some other products too that weren't sodas. I remember something about that.
Maybe.
It may have been coincidence and not.
Yeah. So this is an original Mountain Dew flavor variant that's made with real sugar and is similar to most soft drinks in the 1980s before they switched to high fructose corn syrup. It was originally called Throwback from 2009 to 2020 when the name was changed to Mountain Dew Real Sugar. The ingredients and flavor were based on the original citrus flavor Mountain Dew had when it was an independent brand, and they used packaging when they brought it back and logos that were similar to the original Mountain Dew packaging.
Now, see, to me, that's why even the Throwback is more relevant because it's not even based on the same recipe as what Mountain Dew is today. Not even counting the sugar thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big deal. I'm curious. This may be good. I probably will like it.
Clink it up. Now, I did notice as I was taking that drink that the smell of it is not the same as original Mountain Dew, like the one we have now.
Yeah.
It's a little different. It's definitely more subtle. I feel like the
Yeah.
smell is way stronger on the newer
Mm-hmm.
formulation.
This, no bad aftertaste.
It's the sugar, man.
I
Maybe
mean,
it is the
it is
sugar.
sweeter to me than regular Mountain Dew.
Oh, really? I thought it was less. But the problem is we've been drinking sugar constantly.
I mean, there's more in there. We can try the original and just see apples to apples.
But it's good though.
I definitely thought it didn't have quite as much of a bite. to
Yes,
it.
that's
like
for
it
sure.
was definitely a little smoother, and not necessarily like whiteout smooth because it's literally smooth citrus flavored. Just like the whole drinking experience, not necessarily the flavor itself, was just smoother. I feel like the flavor still is pretty similar to regular Mountain Dew, but I don't know.
Interesting.
It is interesting. It's good. Like, it's definitely not bad.
I
Braxton,
can go. Yeah.
You want to go first?
Give it the same color as what I gave the original. I don't remember what that was.
A 3,
The package.
because you said it looked like pee.
Yeah. The the package
The
design.
package.
I liked it better when it was throwback. So now that I'm basing it off the current one. Now that it's real sugar.
I think it's really boring.
Yeah, I like the old Mountain Dew Loto where it spells out mountain, but I give it like a 6. Now the taste, I'd give it a 6.5.
6.5. So mine for color, I mean, it looks pretty similar to regular Mountain Dew, and I do like regular Mountain Dew color. It gives me really, I used to have a neon green room. Like, we could have used it as a green screen. It was so bright. So I really like that color, just in general. So I'm gonna give it a 6 for color. Design, I think, is really boring. I really miss the throwback cans. It is kind of cool that it says mountain and the T in mountain looks like a railroad pickaxe thing.
Yeah.
And the font on it's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. I'm just not super crazy about it. I think the design's just really bland. And it's kind of cool because it's similar to throwback, I guess, but it's also really lackluster compared to the other things that we're drinking now.
Yes.
So I think for design, I'm actually going to give it a 2. I'm just not a big fan. And then the taste, the taste is kind of just middle of the road. I actually think it is good. I actually think I do prefer that bite that original Mountain Dew has now. It's definitely smoother. It doesn't have an aftertaste or anything like you said, but I don't know, man. I think it's just kind of middle of the road. I'm going to give it a 5.5. Maybe slightly above, just a dead middle 5.
And then Christian fell and died.
But I think 5.5 is pretty solid. Whoever wants to go.
5, 6, 7.
5 for color,
Yes.
6 for design, and 7 for taste for Christian.
Beautiful.
For me, the color
Respect.
is the same. So I think it was a 5. I gave regular Mountain Dew. The design, I actually really like the simplicity of it.
I do like the old logo where it's squishy letters, but it stays in a square.
It's given off some late 60s,
Yeah.
early 70s. And I like that. So I'm going to give the design actually a 7. And then the taste, I didn't think it was as good as regular Mountain Dew, but it's not. What was the one that I hated? The Major Melon. I'm going to give the taste a
Disrespecting our countries.
A 6?
6. Yeah.
You said 6. Okay.
Hey, freedom ain't free, brother. You have to respect me.
Look, I respect I respect the Major Melon. I just
But
don't
his
respect
flavor-
his flavor.
I understand.
Oh, Lord. Good grief. Okay, so what are we thinking for availability for throwback?
I really don't see it that much.
I think it's gotten, since they changed it to real sugar, I think it's harder to find.
Yeah.
I just happened to stumble onto it at a Kroger in Knack, I think. And I saw it and was like, oh, I need to get some.
I think it may be like a 6.5.
I see it in grocery stores, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And it's not every grocery store. I would say most grocery stores, but
Yeah.
not every grocery store.
Yeah. I'm
But
good with,
this thing, it's you'll never see this on Fountain, I don't think. And it's not one that you'd really see in the little mini fridges, like at gas stations or something like that, very often. So
I think a 6 or a 6.5. I'm
yeah,
good with either
I'm,
one of those.
I'm good with either of those also. I'll just say maybe a 6.
6.
Okay.
It's definitely more available than some of the other ones that
Yeah.
we're going to
Yeah.
have.
All right. Bladder check. How are we doing?
I'm
I'm
good.
okay.
I'm still
Are
good.
you okay?
I haven't been putting that much
No.
in my
If you need to go
We
pee,
can
then
take
go
a break
pee.
for a minute.
Okay.
Thank you for asking, though, because normally I would need to go, but I'm actually okay. I'm pacing myself.
So that's gonna
I'm
give.
pacing myself, so I'm not
That's gonna
pacing myself.
So that's gonna
You
give.
really thought I
Oh
was-
my gosh.
Now you know how I feel sometimes.
I don't have to go because it's coming out right now.
So that'll give Throwback or Real Sugar Mountain Dew an overall dewiness score of 5.8875. No, it's all good. I know, dude. Sometimes I'm just like, just speak up, Brett. Like if you gotta say something, just scream it out, and we'll get to you.
I'm too polite for that.
Piss of
Yeah.
Too nice.
Yeah, sometimes we just get rolling.
And
though.
normally
you're
I'm
like
the one
trying
who
to
has to
talk,
go.
and it's like one thing after another, and we're
I
not
think-
trying to cut you off.
I think it's just
I
become
am.
part of
Talk over
the
you.
show.
It is, yeah.
Where
But it's always funny when I'm like looking at Braxton talking, and I look at you, and you're like, "I'm gonna murder you. Please shut up."
there was one time
Brett's chomping
I
at the
can't
bit.
remember what episode it was, but it was probably like 5 or 6 back where that happened, and then I just stared at the camera for like a solid 5 minutes.
The cutaway and look at the. That's genius. It's perfect.
Oh man.
And that's when you had the.
So we do only have 3 left. We have Typhoon, Whiteout, and Flamin' Hot. So
Which one's gonna be next?
Typhoon will be next, and it's in the can.
Let's go ahead and pour
That's
it
a
up.
cool looking
Dude,
can,
I love it.
It's a neat looking can.
I love the
especially
can.
since it's a bigger can. How many ounces is it? 16.
Gurfy can.
Yeah, which I'll talk about it a little bit because,
You want to wait to
yeah, we'll wait
Or-
till Christian's back. So
design?
next up, now that Christian's back, is going to be Mountain Dew Typhoon. So Mountain Dew Typhoon
Has an
is a
interesting
tropical
history.
punch flavored soda. But according to the Dew Drinker Discord, which I am a proud member of, they said strawberry pineapple. And I do think that those two kind of shine in this one.
I
It's
like
it's
it.
not like super forward where they could just say it's strawberry pineapple flavored, but I do think that those two flavors do kind of punch out just a little bit. So this was released originally in 2010 as a finalist in the second Democracy, where it lost to Whiteout.
Wait, hold on. I love learning about this. There was a contest in which this flavor and people had to choose between these two.
Yep.
How insane
That's
is that?
cool.
Yep.
But they did eventually
So
make Typhoon for
then,
real, right?
Then it returned in 2011 alongside Supernova and Pitch Black during Back by Popular Demand.
Wait. It returned alongside what?
Supernova and Pitch Black
Okay.
during their event Back by Popular Demand, which I feel like they haven't done any of those recently, and they need to do some more.
They know. Well, this is actually kind of that again, even though it's not.
Not exactly, because it's pretty limited. So after a decade, it returned to the Dew store, the Mountain Dew store, which you have to be a member. Like you have to sign up to even be able to have access to this thing. It's free, so it's not like there's a big barrier to entry. But one, you have to know about it, and two,
Yeah, that's the main thing.
you have to sign up and like do the whole thing. But it returned on June 1st, 2022 in these 16-ounce cans. And I will say, the day they came in, I stuck one in the fridge and I drank it because I was so happy that I got some.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure as of right now, they are still up. I don't think they sold out of them. That they could be sold out by the time this episode goes up. They also might not be.
Bro, that's an octopus in a cowboy hat.
It is.
That's cool.
The can is pretty cool. I like the purple and the other colors on it. You wouldn't think go with it, but they
Well,
really
the
make
purple
it pop.
and the dingy lime green reminds me of this old Scooby-Doo sticker that I had.
Yeah, it's very Scooby-Doo-ish type
and
colors.
there's a ship
It's got
on
a
it.
pirate ship.
And a big pineapple coming out of the
Octopus
wave.
flag. Okay.
Yep.
So when they did bring this back on the Dew store, they also released merchandise. They had hats, they had swimsuits, they had tumblers, they had what was the other thing? There was something weird that I was
thing
like,
that Batman
who
drives?
would buy that? I don't remember what it was, but they had some like cool little like side things that you could have bought that were like had the Typhoon logo on them.
Yeah.
But I think Typhoon is really good. Just say that before we try it. I do think it's good.
Typhoon
And
is also a great name for Mountain
It
Dew.
is.
Yeah.
And I love the can design on it. Like, it is so cool.
Smells good.
It's good.
It's pretty good. It's more muted than I thought it would be. It's not as in your face, but
Yeah. It's good, though. Like, I really like it. Yeah, they called it the Strawberry Pineapple Classic in the Dew Drinker Discord.
yeah,
And it's tropical punch flavored on the can, and that's like the technical flavor for it.
it's
Which you'll
tropical punch
find-
without cherry in it.
But you'll find that
Almost.
a lot of the flavors that we try this week are tropical punch flavored. Like, that's
Yeah.
just what they call it.
And
But
I
they
don't like
all
that.
taste
I
the
wish
same.
I wish they had a more specific naming.
Yeah, they don't all taste the same. So I think like this one, the pineapple you can definitely taste in there, and I do think there's some hints of strawberry.
Yeah, the strawberry kind of is what makes it almost like a muted flavor.
To me,
to me, that's what strawberries always taste
Yeah.
like.
I
Even
feel
though
like
they
I
taste good.
taste the strawberry more.
And I feel like
Even
it's
than the-
strawberry colored. Like I
Yeah.
feel like the color of the Mountain Dew itself is strawberry-ish.
It's very smooth.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I'm a big fan of the Typhoon. I think it's really, really good. Who wants to start? Typhoon.
I'll go.
Go ahead, Brett.
Color? It's not amazing, but it's not the worst either. I give it a 6 on the color. The design, I'm a big fan of purple. And
Amen.
the fact that this has a pirate ship, like a crazy
I think it's
Collared-
supposed to be an alligator with a mohawk
mohawk alligator,
on a surfboard.
and then it's got like a kraken with a cowboy hat. That's so cool.
The can gives them a lot more real estate to
And-
play with it.
Oh yeah,
I mean, this is maybe just because of where I work, but I just love the contrast between purple and gold, even though I know this isn't gold, but it's yellow. Everything about this can, I love. I'm going to honestly give this a 10. I think that the design is almost perfect. I will say it's perfect because I gave it a 10.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then as far as the taste, I thought it was pretty good. I'll give the taste a 7.
Cool. Christian, what you got? Color.
6,
Okay. Design.
10. It reminds me of Scooby Doo,
Okay. And taste.
and it's got other things that you like. I will give it an 8.
Did you have something else you wanted to say about the design?
Mm-mm.
Oh. You started to, and then I asked about taste, and you stopped.
Yeah.
How did it taste?
Braxton.
The color I give a 7. The design I give a 9. The taste I think I'm gonna give it anticipation. A 7.
I will
7?
say that the color is very similar to the orange one, but this one is a lot more appealing just because it has the slightest amount of pink to it. It's a little bit less like chemical looking.
Yeah. So I actually do like the color of this one a lot. I think it's somewhere between Code Red and Livewire.
Yeah.
It's almost like they poured the two together to get this color. And I
Wait
think
a minute.
I think it leans a
Wait a minute.
little more towards, at least in my opinion, towards like the Code Red color palette for me. So I really like the color. I'm gonna give it like a 7. The design of the can, I absolutely love. I love the colors, the purple with the orange and red and yellow, and they're just like all twisted together in this Typhoon. And then you've got this crazy mohawk alligator with pineapples and a cowboy octopus and a pirate ship that has another octopus on it. I think it's sweet. I think it's really, really cool. And I don't know that there's another can or bottle design that's similar to it that I really, really like. I mean, there's not a whole lot of 16-ounce cans that I've seen. And I really do like that they had the real estate to play with. And I think even on a smaller can with the same design just kind of shrunk down would be
It's
really,
still
really
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
So as far as the design, I mean, I think they knocked it out of the park. I'm going to give it a 10. I don't know what they could do on another Mountain Dew that would top it.
Yeah.
I could see something being like equal to it maybe in
Right.
terms of how cool it is. But I don't know that I'd see one that would top it, which is pretty cool. And then I really like the taste of this one. It's not my favorite by any means, but I'm going to give it an 8 for the taste. Now, the hard hitter on this one is going to be availability.
Yeah.
So it released twice in limited form, and then it released again in an even more limited form.
It's only ever been limited.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think it's, to us, probably more available than maybe like a couple others, because there are some that were literally released like once and may never be released again, which that could be the case for this one too.
So right
So-
now, is it really only in the online store?
Yep. I
It's a big knock against it. It has
I'm
to
gonna
be
have
low.
to give it like a 2.
I think a 2 is good.
I don't know that you can go 1 just because
One. I think 1 is
like,
they don't make
they
it
don't
right
make
now.
it at all. Well, or that they will never make it again.
Yeah.
So I think something like a
2 is
gingerbread
good.
snapped would probably be a 1, because I don't
Yes.
think they'll ever make that one again.
What?
I will say, hold on.
looks like.
No,
That's what I thought you were gonna pull up was the dinosaur.
I will say, this is not a crocodilian.
Well, so
No,
Maybe
this
it's the salamander.
It looks like a.
You know what
Dimitri-
it looks like?
It looks like
What?
a Dimetrodon, but the frills
that's what I
are
thought. But I'm
instead
pretty
in
sure
the
it's
shape
a
of a
mohawk.
mohawk.
What
Yeah.
are the okay? What are the like little dog reptile things that the sand people have in Star Wars?
Yep, it looks like that. It looks like that. I don't know the name of them, but it looks like the Sand People's dogs.
You don't know the name of something in Star Wars?
No.
Holy crap! I know.
I never had the
that's
episode
what-
2
yeah,
visual
That's
dictionary.
what I thought it was at first, but then I looked a little closer, and I'm pretty sure it's just an alligator with a mohawk on a surfboard.
Well, there are a few distinct features that they're not hitting if they're going for an alligator. I mean, I don't want to take the 10 away, but if they were going
You
for
really
an
want to know what
alligator-
they're called?
Yeah.
Mastiffs.
Massives.
You know,
I
like
don't
the
know,
dog
man.
breed, but
Maybe
it doesn't
it's
have
just-
a T in it.
Maybe it's just some cool lizard.
Yeah.
So dumb.
I don't know, man. I think it's cool though.
Tuscan Raiders, if you please.
I know.
Typhoon is good. All right, so next up we have Whiteout. And I
Now-
will say, Whiteout, I had to order from the Dew Drinker Discord.
Because
So
right now, as far as I know, they're not making it, are they? Or they're like making it in teeny tiny amounts?
it's
Because 5 years ago,
I
it
think
was everywhere.
It was, and I think they're slowly discontinuing it. And I think there's only a couple distribution centers and bottling facilities that are actually still producing Whiteout. I will say it just got released in 16-ounce cans alongside Purple Thunder at Circle K's in Canada.
Mountain Dew.
So it could
Give the
potentially
people what they want.
It could potentially make a comeback, but I do think they're slowly discontinuing across the U.S., which is kind of a knock on it. I did get these from. Let me see. I'm trying to think. I got these from a guy named Fuzzy on the Dew Drinker Discord. So shout out to Fuzzy.
Thank
I'm
you,
pretty
Fuzzy.
sure Fuzzy actually made me this cool fan art, I guess you could call it, on the like inside flap of the box that said
Oh.
Derp Shield, and it had like a Captain America shield and said Captain Rye.
Oh,
That's cool.
So
Nice.
I thought that was a cool touch. So shout out to Fuzzy for the Whiteout.
Typhoon may be getting a store-wide release in 2023, possibly replacing Major Melon.
I would love that. Holy crap, that would make my year.
You don't have to be happy about them crapping on Major Melon.
I hated it. I hated it. It was gross. and I don't understand why they want to put it everywhere.
I don't know.
Like, put something else. Put Code Red in fountains more often
Put
than Major
Whiteout
Melon.
out there.
Put Whiteout back out there. Whiteout was great. And
Whiteout is great.
it's so good. So yeah, shout out to Fuzzy. And cool thing about Whiteout, it is a smooth citrus flavored beverage.
I never read that's what it was. I never understood what it was supposed to be.
It was released in stores in 2010 as a finalist in the second Democracy, where it won and became a permanent flavor. Even though now
They've now abandoned it.
yeah. So I did note it is becoming harder to find in stores, and I have heard that it is basically now in the region of Utah and Colorado.
Mormons love white.
So there are rumors out there that it has been completely discontinued. I don't know whether it has officially
much.
been discontinued because it's still listed as a permanent flavor, but it is not easy to find. So I did order this one, but White
Right.
Mountain Dew slaps.
Did I go too hard there?
Oh, that's hilarious.
I mean, it makes sense.
I wonder if I saw this in Utah.
I mean, you could have, I guess. I don't know, but I wish that I could. I wish there was more Whiteout and less Major Melon and Spark and Livewire and Voltage, because
Yep.
this one is better.
Whiteout is if we just ranked what was here right now, I'm not saying we have to, but just like if I was the PepsiCo executive, it would be regular Mountain Dew, Code Red, Whiteout.
in terms of like what you would produce.
Yes.
Yeah.
Producing amounts. These would
Yeah.
be dropped one tier lower.
Yeah, I feel like that. I agree with that.
We'll see what y'all think about it, but I love Whiteout.
I love Whiteout.
Even though I don't know what it
It's-
tastes like.
Smooth citrus, bro.
That is very smooth.
I feel like some people would taste it and be like, it doesn't taste like anything. But to me, I don't know. It's got a good.
Yep, I like that.
It's so good. Brings back memories, man. I told you about my Whiteout story like a month or two ago, I think. Yeah.
I would always buy it in convenience stores when we would go on like trips in school.
Drink. I mean, that's what she started playing, bro. That is what she started playing. I will say, this is not the most updated design because I think they are discontinuing it slowly.
That's the old school.
The new...
The other ones used to look kind of like those.
Yes. So the new cans that they released in Canada have like a Yeti on them. And they're pretty sweet.
That would
So,
be pretty cool.
I mean, we have to judge it based on what we have, but the Yeti is pretty cool. I did see that. Okay, I can go first on this one. Whiteout is such an interesting thing because it's just white. And like, I feel like there are more often than not terrible connotations for white drinks.
That is true. Most of the time they're weird, right?
Yes. So I mean,
Except for
it's
horchata.
Yeah, maybe. So I don't know. The color, like, it's not fantastic, but it does portray what the drink is.
Yeah.
It
It
is
matches-
literally called
it matches.
Whiteout. So if it was anything but white, it would be really strange. So color, I'm gonna give it like
Brown
a
out.
6. And that would be terrible. What a terribly named soda that would be.
Isn't that what they called it in American Vandal season 2?
Yeah.
event.
Brownout is also, you're like, oh, I was blackout drunk. People will, which it's kind of dumb, but people will say, oh, I browned out.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, so you're just drunk normally? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's normal not to pass out and lose consciousness.
Yeah.
You would know that, right?
So the design, I mean, it's kind of lackluster. It's very similar, I feel like, to the original Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
I do kind of like it better just because it's more, I don't know. I like the white theme and like the snow in the background and things like that. So I think for design, I'm going to give it like a 6. I'll give it a 5.5. I think 5.5 is pretty solid. Maybe even generous. And then taste, man. Like, I just love the smooth citrus flavor. There's nothing quite like it. Like, it's very similar to original Mountain Dew, but it's also not. And it is its own thing, like David Pumpkins. So I really like Whiteout. I'm gonna give it like a 7. I think 7 is pretty solid for taste. Whoever wants to go.
Color. I don't really like white colored drinks.
Mhm.
There's just
You
something about it.
racist.
I would honestly rather it just be clear. I mean,
Like Crystal Pepsi. It
Yeah,
would be kind of
yeah.
cool for it to be clear.
Yeah, but that would not. It'd have to
I
be
know,
called
I
like
know.
Clear Out.
I know, but
They should partner
Still.
with Scotch tape.
so
No, it should just be called actual Mountain Dew. This is dew from a mountain.
I'm gonna give the color a 2.
2.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Brett is a Whiteout
I mean,
hater.
if you argue that if it was a scale, it is a 2 when you're talking about actual color.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. No,
I'm doing this in comparison to all the others. I like
Yeah, that
I like
makes
a little
sense.
bit of color to my
I
Mountain
don't
Dew.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the white color, but like I said, it is true to the drink.
Yeah,
Like if
that's
they-
why I didn't give it a 1.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So design, it's pretty boring, but I do think it is a little bit of a step up from regular Mountain Dew. So I give it a 5. And then the taste, it is very true about the smoothness. I like this. I would say I like this just as much as regular Mountain Dew. And I think I gave that an 8. So I'll give this an 8 also.
Cool. Christian.
So I'm not a whiteout hater.
Just on the
color.
That means that gingerbread snap. You're gonna have to.
Yeah.
So what you're saying, Brett, is you only judge on the basis of
Oh my god.
Taste.
Let me get a 7.
For the color,
Yeah,
you like the white.
different.
yeah, it stands out.
5.
For design.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And let me get a 7.
2 number 4, number 3.
All right. So 7.57 for Christian. Braxton, what you got for color?
Okay, color, I give it a 7. It's cool. Design, 6. I think it'd be cooler if they updated it. Taste.
Or brought it back completely.
I know. Yeah, taste, I'm really... Because I gave Code Red a 9, didn't I?
I think so.
I think I like it almost as much as Code Red.
Code Red, you gave a 9.
I'm gonna give it an 8.5 because I really it's up there among my favorite flavors. Maybe I should give it a 9. I don't know. I struggle with it.
It's all good. So 8.5 for taste for Braxton, and then availability. I mean, it used to be like a 9.
It used to be everywhere.
And now, like, I literally had to order it from some guy on the internet, basically.
It's on its way to being a 1.
I mean, yeah, it really is.
But I think I would say it's still a 2 because
and
it's
who knows, man? Like, your gas station of choice could just like randomly get a shipment
know.
in, and then they have it for who knows how long.
I think maybe last year or the year before I looked and I was like, oh, why not? And I looked at it and just out of curiosity, I looked at the date and it was like a year or more out of date. And I
No
was like,
way.
I'm not going to get it.
I mean,
You know what I mean? Like they found a case
It's
in the
not-
back,
unavailable,
but it almost is.
but it's not super available to us. So I don't know. Maybe even a little more.
Let's say
available.
1.5.
I'd say a little more available than Typhoon, even because like Typhoon, you had to
You
order.
know what? I guess you're
online.
right. Yeah.
Like this,
I didn't
one,
think about
You
that.
could at least like stumble into a convenience store and find.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
I think maybe a 3.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good with
I
3.
don't know. I feel like 3 is probably doing pretty good for that one. All right. And last, and maybe least, depending on what we think about it, is none other than Mountain Dew Flamin' Hot. I don't really know what to think about Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew. Open both cans. I do not want to keep this stuff. I have 2 cases of it because you brought me yours. If I have to pour half a can on each one of them out, I'm pouring half a can out. I do not want to drink 2
Dude,
cans out.
smelling it is the worst part.
So,
to me,
Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew is spicy citrus flavored. It was released as a Dew Store exclusive in August 2021, and it is currently available as of when we were recording this in retail stores. I've seen lots of bottles of it at like Dollar General and places, and I think there's still cans floating around where you can get those.
There are cans.
I don't know that they've stopped producing it yet. So I don't know if this is like a full summer thing. if they're thinking people like it enough to
Hold on.
I don't know if they think people like it
burned.
enough
Went
to
up my
like keep it
nose.
around or what. So it's often described as a spicy version of Mountain Dew. It's often described as a spicy version of Mountain Dew, like original Mountain Dew flavor, or Livewire. And it's described as having a unique flavor compared to other spicy PepsiCo products such as Cheetos. Though contrary to popular belief, supposedly what they said anyway, is that it is not flavored after Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Why?
I don't know.
I was about to ask,
I don't know if
would
that's a
Flamin'
good
Hot
thing or
not be
not.
trademarked?
But
Well,
but
if
they
it
own
is,
it.
they own it.
Because Frito-Lay is...
Oh my!
Stop smelling it.
Oh, I should not have poured this much. Huh?
It's like alcohol,
Dang it! I didn't even think about it.
like rubbing alcohol.
Oh, it's so orange. Good.
The
Lord.
color looks amazing.
I like
if
the
this
color.
wasn't...
Yeah.
Like, this is what Livewire should look
I
like.
know.
I can already tell you, I'm gonna give this pretty high marks for color and can design.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
But the taste...
The taste. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not feeling too
Now, here's the thing, though.
promised.
And I may kind of like it. I don't know. I doubt it. But there is something there to making it taste like a Mexican candy,
The
or
whole
making
room
it taste
smells like it right now.
like a lime and heat thing. They could have done it. The question is, I don't think they really did. I think they should have went back to the drawing board a few more times before
Okay,
they.
I don't think it smells that bad.
Well, it
Yeah,
doesn't.
but-
It doesn't stink, but sometimes you
But
smell
it
it, and it
burns.
smells like a pepper.
it burns.
It
to-
smells
to
like
me.
sniffing a hot Cheetos bag.
I don't smell it though. Like
The
I
very-
can
you
feel it in my nose.
That's what I mean.
But
That's what I
don't-
mean.
I don't actually smell that it's hot.
So whenever I got this
Well,
the
that's what I'm
first
talking
time,
about, right?
I
You feel it go like down in your throat, and you're like,
No,
That's
like
some heat.
I can feel it when I take it away, like in my nose hairs. Like it's like burning almost.
yeah,
But
so
there's no like actual smell.
no.
I remember texting you guys whenever I saw this at Walmart
Yeah.
because I was pretty sure y'all hadn't got any yet.
No.
I was like, I'm gonna get one, and I immediately went home and poured an entire can in my boot, thinking I was gonna drink the whole thing. I poured it in the boot, and then as soon as I went in to take my
When
first
it hit-
drink, I took a big breath, and my entire nostril passages, they were on
Oh
fire.
my god.
Like I
I'm
started
pretty-
to tear up.
I'm pretty sure Badlands did like a huge boot chug with this
Yeah.
stuff.
Now, see, the thing with the boots and his boots too is when you drink it, it forces your nose
Yeah.
to be in there
Oh,
with
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah. Dang. I don't know. I just kind of want to get this over with at this point.
yeah.
Cheers it up.
I hate that I always think it's funny. It's not funny. Him blocking the.
Bottoms up.
Yeah. Well,
It's not nasty.
to some people.
It's not good. The heat is too like latent. The heat should be more like mixed in it. Does that make sense? It's almost like you taste the fruit first, and there's a 3-second pause where you taste nothing, and then it's hot. In
I
your
don't
throat.
taste hot until I actually swallow it, and then
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah,
the
exactly.
heat sets in a little bit.
Yeah. It's like in the back of your throat, kind of. To me.
Which it's a novelty, but I actually I want it to. To me, that defeats the purpose of it, and that's also the reason why I don't like stools that fly backwards.
Please don't break that.
That's
stool.
also the reason why I don't like Flamin' Hot Cheetos, is because to me they don't have that much flavor. They're literally just hot
Yeah.
in your throat, like this. To me, I would like it more if it had the flavor of a pepper. Does that make sense? Like if it tasted like spiciness. To me, this does not taste spicy. It just goes in your throat and is hot.
Yeah. I mean, I think it tastes like regular Mountain Dew
Yeah.
with like a burning aftertaste.
Yeah.
Which is not desirable.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling it though, coming like burning my throat. Christian, do you want to start us off for Flaming Hot?
Yeah.
Color?
Color, I don't know, 6. I don't care.
We've done too many. We've done too many.
Can design, I don't know, 6. Taste, it's not terrible. It's not good. The thing is, when I was swallowing it, it never felt hot in my mouth. But I guess it went up
Mm-hmm.
in the olfactory system somewhere and went
Yeah.
out. And I was like,
I don't know what you're talking about, an old factory.
yeah.
I know what old factory
An
means.
old factory.
I'll give it a 5 on taste.
Okay.
5.
Braxton.
Color? I don't want to give it too high of a ranking. Because, it doesn't really matter. On color, I give it a 7.
Okay.
On can design, I would also give it a 7. On taste, I would give it a 0 or a 1. Are we allowed to have a 0? If we're not allowed to have a 0, give it a 1.
You can have a 0 if you want it to be.
No, give it a 1.
You could also go 0.5.
Nah, 1's fine.
Okay. So color, I actually really like the color. I think it's cool. So I'm gonna give it a 7. The can design, I think, is super cool. I think that they
Yeah.
did they went crazy on this.
I also
thing.
like the little fire guy.
Yeah. Which that's just
I've seen
the
that
Flamin'
somewhere
Hot dude.
before.
It's
I don't
on
remember
It's
where.
the Flamin' Hot mascot. He's like he's on Cheetos.
Oh, I've
kinda
never seen
whatever,
it.
I think. So I think that's really cool. It looks like he caught the can on fire and it's ripping away, which is kind of
Yeah,
cool.
he's holding a match. That's
Um,
pretty cool.
The limes are cool. They're on fire. The whole can.
He's one
fire.
of those guys
The
that's like,
logo's
I'm
on
a little
fire.
stinker, I am.
And I like the little around the top.
Yeah, the
The
green
stripes.
and yellow stripes. I think it's cool. I think the design I'm going to give a 9. I think it's not as cool as the Typhoon one, but in terms of Mountain Dew, overall just label design and everything, I think it's eye catching enough for people to pick it up and drink a can. Of
Oh,
it.
for sure. For sure.
Yeah, not even for the Flamin' Hot novelty of it. I think people would be like,
Oh, what is that? Yeah.
"What is that? Let's try it." I don't think that this should be a permanent flavor by any means.
No.
It is definitely a
I think they
novelty
made too
thing.
much already.
I think they did. Yeah, I think they've overdone it. I think the Dew Store release and then maybe a month-long limited release, it was all
Is
they
enough.
needed. And I think that it's still the fact that it's still going is almost scary to
It's
me.
comical.
Because it's who is drinking this stuff that you're still making more? I see it and it doesn't look like anybody's bought
Well, I
it.
think it's stuff I see the buildup, but I think the reason why they're selling it is only people like us who are curious about it, and they buy a case and they drink one, and then they
Yeah,
probably toss the rest.
Yeah. And then taste, I mean, it's not terrible. It does taste very similar to just regular Mountain Dew. But I'm still feeling the spiciness, which I'm not super crazy about. So I'm gonna give it a 4. I think a 4 is fine. Would I drink it again? Probably not. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with the 2 cases that I have because I bought one and then Brett brought some over.
Give it to some kids. Kids will drink it and not care, right?
I don't know. I may just start handing it out.
Is
to
that
people.
wrong?
I could go Ryan Trahan style and just
Yeah.
I sold everyone I could Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew and made them try it. Ha ha. Sucks to be you. Yeah, I mean it's not terrible. It could definitely be worse. I'll give it that. It could definitely be worse. Brett, what you got, man?
I like the color of it. I would give it a 6.5. And then can design. Honestly, this was going to be probably my top can design if I had not seen
Major
Typhoon.
Melon. Oh.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give the can design a 9, and then taste, anything that makes your nose run and
without
Just-
adding additional flavor.
I feel like I need to drink another flavor to get this out of my
I don't
system.
feel like. I just don't feel like soda needs to be spicy. Like
No,
not
definitely
this
not.
spicy, anyways. Like I'm okay with a little subtle spice like a Dr. Pepper,
Yeah.
but this is too much.
Do you think Dr. Pepper is spicy?
Well, it's got a little tingle to it.
One
It's
of the,
not
one
like
of the 23
I'm not gonna-
flavors.
I've never thought that about Dr. Pepper. Like Coke, I could see Coke, like just regular Coca-Cola, more than I could see Dr. Pepper.
Well, Coke has a burn because of carbonation. Dr. Pepper has that a little bit, but
I don't know.
It's like I guess, okay, Mr. Pibb got the little subtle spicy cherry.
yeah, that's
to
true.
it.
A bite type of thing.
I
So
guess.
that's what I'm mean. But anyways, this I do not like. It's better than Major Melon though.
That's BS. No, it's not.
There's just something about Major Melon that I do
Get
not
his
like.
get Major Melon's name out your mouth.
I'm gonna give the taste a 3.
a 3.
You're
Like,
insane.
so like I said, like it could be worse. Like Major Melon, I would never drink again. Like I don't think if I had the choice between that
Stop.
or not drinking anything, I don't think I would drink Major Melon again.
Stop.
I don't like it, man. It's just not good. Like this
This did not make me gag.
did not make me go "Ugh," when I tried it.
No, but it's gonna make your butt do that later. Well, not your butt, but your
So for availability, which this is like, I guess as of right now,
10.
or should it just be, or should we just like say it goes away in a month and never comes back?
Well, we could pull it
Because
down.
I don't
a little bit,
know.
right?
I mean, it's availability right now is like really high, but who knows where it's going to be
What
in
did-
like a couple months.
So
So
what did we give Spark, for example?
an 8.
And we gave these 7.5s.
Yep. So I was thinking like 5 or 5.5 maybe.
Yeah. Or maybe even a 6 right now. I don't know.
I would
But
say
pulling
right
it
now it's a 6.
I mean, I'm fine with a 6.
later, it may be a 1.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Let's hope.
So that gives Flamin' Hot a total dewiness score of 4.61875.
All right. Give us, before we close it down, give us the breakdown of these,
Yeah.
of the order that are. Can you do that right now or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I can do it.
I figured you already have it set up.
I do. I just have to sort it real quick.
Yes. Control Shift L, if you go on the top, makes it a table automatically.
Okay, so as of right now, after round 1, Code Red is our top flavor at a score of 8.45.
That's like
Followed by Typhoon at a 6.75. Original at a 6.5. Whiteout at 6.3875. Spark at 6.175. Throwback at 5.8875. Livewire 5.625. Voltage 5.5875. Major Melon at a 4.675 and Flamin' Hot at a 4.61875.
I can respect that breakdown. I think that works.
Yeah,
I'm satisfied.
I think our formula is pretty good.
It's working.
I can also go like person by person too for this one, and then like we'll probably save the rest of them now that we know that the formula is pretty solid.
Yeah,
until
I
until
like
like the recap episode. But as
Yeah,
far
I'm good
as
with that. I was just curious to see how it would break it down.
Yeah.
And I think it worked well.
Code Red has a pretty commanding lead. I don't know if there will be one that can.
Baja
Code
Blast is
Red.
the only
you
one.
don't
that
think
can beat
Baja
it.
Blast would dethrone it? I mean,
It'll
I'm
be
just,
close.
I'm just asking.
I think it'll be close. But I mean, Code
Wow,
Red
what
is
on
at least
God's
among the
earth
ones
just
that we've
happened?
done today. It has like a.
you a code red?
It has like
You're
a.
damn right I did.
It has a two.
Isn't that what it's called in A Few Good Men?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about, Chris? Yeah. Did you or did you not issue a code red?
I saw something where they like photoshopped in there Tom Cruise holding like a case or a bottle of Code Red Mountain Dew.
Oh my god.
We need to edit. Did you order the Code Red?
You're damn right I did. You can't handle the truth. you want me with that dew. You need me with that dew.
That's going to be the one that you have to do for next episode.
Did you with your Code Red?
Okay, so as of right now, my favorite is Code Red with a score of 9.275, and my next closest is Typhoon at an 8.15. So pretty sizable lead there in terms of my favorite for Code Red. Brett's is also Code Red at an 8.65, followed by Typhoon at a 7.3. Christian's is Typhoon at an 8 and Code Red at a 7. And then Braxton right now is Code Red at an 8.55 and Whiteout at a 7.9. So pretty solid. I think the formula actually works like surprisingly well. So I'm good with it. All right. So the next episode, in the order that we are doing them anyway, is going to be our seasonal flavors. So that'll be fun.
Very cool.
And then that will be followed by exclusives and then the foreign ones. Yeah.
I'm ready.
I'm excited.
The exclusives are a bunch of heavy hitters in there.
Dude, there
and
are
a bunch
some-
of ones we haven't ever tried.
There are some really heavy hitters.
There could be some surprises that come up when we all go,
I
you know
know.
what? This weird flavor is
I know.
delicious.
I know.
I hope that happens.
Yeah,
I will say the ones that are fountain bottled, what I'm planning to do is print out a sheet of paper with their logo on it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we'll go off of because they're literally just on fountain. There's no logo
Oh,
or
yeah,
anything
yeah.
to go off of. So we can go off of just like what we think about their logo, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if maybe those need to have a little bit of a different formula and it's like not so heavily weighted for design just because they lack it, or if maybe that should count against them. I don't know.
Right, yeah.
We'll see.
We'll cross that
But
bridge.
yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to
Like
it.
Major Melon.
Yeah. Not good.
It was a bridge too far.
Yeah. All right. And with that, that'll do it for episode 1 of Core Mountain Dews. Thank you guys for listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Please subscribe to our podcast. Follow us on Spotify. We are at Question at Hand on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, as well as TikTok now. Subscribe on YouTube. Leave us a comment. Like this video. If you have any future episodes you would like to see us do, leave us in the comment below. If you have a favorite Mountain Dew, let us know. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Is he gonna do it?
Way, I don't give a damn what you think you are entitled to.
Did you order the Code Red?
I did the job. Did you order the Code Red? You're goddamn right I did.
Did you like the Code Red?
That is great.